homegirls and homeboys. I am back with another YouTube video. If you are new here, welcome to the Responsible Homegirl fam. Here we talk about personal finance and we have some entrepreneurship content. So if that sounds of interest to you and you want to learn how to use money as a tool to do more of the stuff that you like to do and build a life of luxury, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are a returner, you already know how I feel about you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for continuing to watch my videos and supporting me. I really do appreciate you. So y'all, today, what we're gonna be talking about is how to build your lifestyle budget. Now, I know that there are many different types of budgeting methods, and I'm not gonna get into all of the budgeting methods today, but some that you may be familiar with is the 50-30-20 rule. Basically, like 50% of your money goes to your expenses, your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and then 20% is saved. I think that's how it goes, something like that. Or you probably heard of zero-based budgeting, where basically you allocate every penny of your money out to somewhere and you label where your dollars are going. You have the none at all. So that's a very popular one. The none at all is basically mean you don't budget at all. You just get your coin and you spend. So today I am going to be introducing or talking to you about how to create a lifestyle budget, period. So those of you who really rock with me, y'all know I launched my ebook called Lifestyle Budgeting. It is your step-by-step guide to do more of what you love and have the dollars to do so. But what I really wanted to do was create a video for those of you who haven't purchased the ebook, even like you probably don't have the means to purchase it yet, or you just simply don't necessarily know what it is. So this video is going to explain to you what lifestyle budgeting is, why it is so important, and what it can do to literally transform your finances. So let me give y'all a little bit of background story. My senior year, my first semester, senior year of college, this was my first time really having bills for real. My first semester of senior year, this was my first time having bills for real. So prior to, like, all I had was a phone bill and I had just got my car payment. But other than those two bills, like literally, I never had bills before. So I moved off campus. My mom was totally against it, but me being grown, I wanted to do it anyway. So moved off, like, you know, I'm about to live my best life, girl. So moved off campus, and now I had all of these bills that I had never had before. And in that season of my life, I realized that nobody had never taught me a thing about money. So I received a $7,000 refund check, and I have to be very mindful with how I talk about refund checks, because most people, when they hear refund checks, if they have loans, they think about the extra loan money, like it's free money, but that's not what I had. I was blessed enough to go to college completely debt-free, so I did not take out not one student loan. Like, I had scholarships galore. Thank God, praise God, I owe everything to him and my scholarship donors. I appreciate y'all. But anywho, I had so many scholarships. My refund checks were anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000 every semester. So this particular semester, when I moved off campus, I'm like, okay, I got my $7,000 and I'm working two jobs, like paying my bills, that's not gonna be, you know, that's not gonna be nothing. But what I didn't factor in was the fact that I had those same habits of spending, shopping, eating out, getting my nails done, paying for my friends' food, buying different stuff, just not having great spending habits plus having bills, right? So once I moved off campus, I didn't really get a reality check about nobody had ever taught me about money until November. So November 2019, I was looking through my bank account, and I can't remember the exact situation or what led me there, but I realized that December 1st was coming up pretty closely, and your girl did not have her rent money. Now, my rent at the time was $889. And in that moment, I'm like, God dang, how in the world did I spend $7,000 in less than 6 months and I don't have $800 to pay my rent? So now what am I going to do? Am I going to call my mama and ask her for the money, or am I going to figure this out? Now, I'm pretty sure I could have called up my mom and asked her for the money, but because my mom told me in the summer, do not move off campus, you've been there 3 years, why do you want to move off now? I did not want to call her because I was going to hear, I told you so, I was going to hear some curse words, I was going to hear just stuff that I didn't want to hear when I was already stressing about the money. So I did not call her, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to figure this out, and I promise you, I will never be in this situation again. Like, I'm telling y'all no lie, this is the conversation that I had with myself. So I pulled out a white sheet of paper, I wrote down what I had coming in versus what I had leaving out, and those were doing that like small activity that opened my eyes so much. It was something that I had never done before. And then 2, I realized if I did not have that refund check, I could not pay my bills. Like, I was just not making enough money at all. I wasn't making enough money. So those of you who are out there who live paycheck to paycheck or who struggle with budgeting, that may be your problem. You may not make enough money. So what did I do? I quit both of my jobs, and I know that sounds crazy, but I quit both of my jobs because I wasn't making enough money. So I got another job at a hotel. If you're familiar with Charleston, South Carolina, it is a very touristy area. So they pay, I would say, like people that work at hotels and like, you know, just the hospitality industry a little bit more money. I think I was getting like $13 an hour or something like that. And then I got a job at my apartment complex. So the money that I was getting from my apartment complex, it wasn't a whole lot of money at all, but the gag is they took 20% off of my rent. So I was being creative and strategic with trying to figure out how I was going to get these bills down so that I would not have to stress about money. So everything was working out, I would say, pretty good in my favor. I know that January of 2020, I will be getting another refund check, so it would be no problem for me to pay my December rent and also pay my January rent and basically get my head above water, but I was still being strategic, acting like I did not have the refund check. So I started listening to different podcasts, reading different books, and really getting my mental in a different place. So that's the first thing with lifestyle budgeting. It's all about mindset work, period. Because you make the changes in your mind before you make it in your bank account, before you make it in your business, before you make it in your life. The change starts with your mindset. Now, the second thing I always like to tell people is there are 3 rules to lifestyle budgeting. The first one is you must pay yourself first. I do not care. I look back on my story, I look back on my situation, and if I had paid myself first, I would have never been in a situation where I couldn't pay my rent. Like the embarrassment, the shame, the stress that I felt, all of that could have been avoided if I had paid myself first. So Key, what does pay yourself first mean? Paying yourself first simply means putting money to the side in a savings account, an investment account, anything before you pay a bill, before you go out to eat, before you go shop, before you go get some nice braids in your hair. Shout out to Good and Ghetto, my sister, the best braider in South Carolina. Before you do all of that, pay yourself something first. So that's the first rule. The second rule is do not restrict yourself. Now, something that I messed up with earlier on in my personal finance journey is I restricted myself. I would tell myself stuff like, oh, you're only spending $100 eating out this month. Oh, you only spending $50 on clothes. And then I get in the store and I'm like, ooh, I love these jeans. And they $49 and I can't buy nothing else. Like, it's like those stuff, it can work for a month or 2, but it's not sustainable and it's honestly not healthy. You make the money, so you tell your money where you want it to go. So first rule, always pay yourself first. Second rule, do not restrict yourself. And the third and final rule is list out, or after listing out your income and your expenses, be real with yourself. Do you need to cut back? Meaning you need to get rid of all them subscriptions you got? Or do you need to increase your income? Like I said earlier, when I did that activity, I realized that I was not making enough money. So those are the 3 rules of lifestyle budgeting. So once you kind of have those 3 rules in your mind, your mindset is good, is ready to go, and I have all of this stuff in the amazing ebook for you. The next step is to list out your income. So how much are you getting paid and how often are you getting paid? How much are you getting paid and how often are you getting paid? A lot of times we try to create a monthly budget, but we don't get paid monthly. When you think about budgeting, I want you to think about your budget as your financial GPS. So think about when you have your phone, you put in an address, and Apple or Google Maps, they give you the exact directions from point A to point Z on how to get to your desired destination. I want you to do the same thing with your budget, period. You make the money, so it is your responsibility to tell your money where you want it to go. If you don't tell your money where you want it to go, you know what'll happen? It's just gonna chill in your checkings account. You're gonna pay your bills and you just gonna spend. You're gonna swipe, you're gonna lend, you're gonna give, you just gonna do whatever. It's almost like a child running around not having discipline. You know them, and I hate to say bad kids, but their parents don't discipline them at home, and then they get out in public and they still act crazy because they don't have no discipline. Same thing with your money. Your money do whatever it wants to do. It manages you because you don't manage it. Period. So think about your budget. Think about your budget as a financial GPS. You make the money, so tell your money where you want it to go. So after writing out your income and you have how often you get paid, how often you get paid is going to determine how often you budget. So if you get paid weekly, you need to budget weekly. If you get paid bi-weekly, you need to budget bi-weekly. If you get paid monthly, you need to budget monthly. If you have a job where your income varies, or if you're an entrepreneur and your income varies, I would highly suggest you budgeting weekly. Or you can even budget based on the frequency of you getting paid. Whatever you feel is easiest and most comfortable for you. So after doing that, I need you to write out your expenses from the top to the bottom. So this is the time where I usually tell my clients and anybody that I'm kind of mentoring with and helping them with budgeting, pull out your bank statements. Pull out your bank statements. And the reason why is because when we think about expenses, we think about bills, we think about the big stuff, like your rent, your light bill, your phone bill, your car payment, your car insurance. But you didn't think about Apple storage that costs 99 cents a month. You didn't think about Hulu, Netflix, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. You didn't think about those things. So I need you to pull out your bank statements and actually go through what bill it is, when does it come out, and how much is it? What bill it is, when does it come out, and how much is it? Okay? So you have your income and how often you get paid, which determines how often you will budget. Then you have your expenses, specifically all of your bills, how much they cost, and the date that they come out of your account. So after doing that, you can clearly see your numbers. You can see what you have coming in versus what you have leaving out. Now still, I don't want you to do anything with your money because like I told you, rule number 1 of lifestyle budgeting is pay yourself first. So when you look at that income column, you need to think about, how much am I going to pay myself? Am I going to pay myself 10%, 15%, 20%? Or do I have to start off smaller? Y'all, it is okay to save $5. It's okay to save $20 because that stuff adds up over time. I literally read a quote that said over 70% of Americans do not have $1,000 saved up for an emergency. So that's like mind-blowing to me because $1,000 is no money. But it's kind of easy to believe because a lot of people don't budget. Remember the type of budgeting I said earlier, the none at all? A lot of people, they don't budget at all. So I say that to say it's okay to save small amounts of money. Let's say, for instance, you save $20 every Saturday on Save Something Saturday. If you save $20 for 52 weeks, you would have over $1,000. Now, boom, you out of that 70% automatically. So don't be discouraged or don't be, down about if you can't save $100 or if you can't save 20% of your income. It doesn't matter as long as you are saving something. So after you have paid yourself something first, I need you, or matter of fact, let me back up. You need to create 4 different columns. So I always tell people there are 4 ways to use money as a tool. S.S.I.G. So save, spend, invest, and give. The goal is to have a balance of all 4, but like I said earlier, it is your money and you get to tell it where to go. So save, spend, invest, give. Now, let's go back. Whatever you decide to save, to pay yourself, whether that's 10, 15, 20%, or $20, $5, whatever it is, put that number under the save column. That is the first thing you are going to do with your coin. After that, now you move next to the spend column. Look at that number up under the expenses and take that number and put it under the spend column. After that, I want you to think hard. Think about what it is that you may want to invest in. Self-education is one of the best things that you can invest in. Self-education. Do you want to invest in, your physical fitness by getting a trainer? That will go under investing. Do you want to invest in your mind by purchasing a new book? Do you want to invest in the stock market for your financial future? That goes under investing. So I really want you to think about what it is that you want to do, because that's all lifestyle budgeting is about. Not restricting yourself, not penny pinching, but really getting clear on what you want and telling your money where to go, period. So after you think about what you want to invest in, the next place is to give. Giving is so important, so important. Me personally, I give before I even pay myself first. Why? Because I give God 10%. So after paying my tithes, I give God 10%. Then that's when I pay myself first. But if you're not like me, that is your time to give. Whatever it is that you want to give it, and give it proudly, give it happily, because one thing I will say is what goes around comes around. You will harvest what you plant. So like I said, money is a tool, and there are 4 ways that you can use money as a tool. You can save, spend, invest, and give. Figure out what it is that you care about, what organization that you want to give to. Maybe you want to give to a friend or a family member. Just imagine the smile that you will put on your friend's face or a family member's face if you send them some money and say, lunch on me today, or go buy yourself something nice. And it doesn't have to be nothing crazy. It could be $20. But I want you to be strategic and intentional with your coin instead of just letting it sit and chill in a bank account. So after you do that, most of you will have money left. So that's when I always say, circle back around and you start the process all over again. Think about your financial goals. What is it that you want to accomplish financially? Think about what you have going on in your life. Like, do you have somebody's birthday coming up? Do you have a trip coming up that you need to save more money for, that you need to shop and prepare for? I want you to be very intentional and be a planner when it comes to your finances. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In my ebook, Lifestyle Budgeting, of course, I go way more in detail about the nitty-gritty stuff. So if you enjoyed this video and you felt like, oh, this was good, but I need a little bit more, I still feel like something is missing, I need the backstory, I need everything from the bottom to the top, then the Lifestyle Budgeting ebook is especially for you. The reason why I am encouraging you to purchase the Lifestyle Budgeting ebook is because, for one, you will always have it to refer back to, and 2, y'all, since graduating college, I have literally not had a job that paid me over $20,000. But that does not stop me from taking trips. That does not stop me from shopping. That does not stop me from doing the things that I love to do and want to do. Why? Because it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. Period. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. And now that I am a full-time entrepreneur, my income is very inconsistent. You want to have the money to do the things that you love to do. I said in a post on Instagram that nobody cares about budgeting, not even me. But what I do care about is having the money to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, without worrying, without looking at my bank account, without waiting until Friday. And I'll always say this, we are not here just to work and pay bills. If you know you are a person who struggles with budgeting, who struggles with saving, who struggles with investing, who wants to start a personal finance journey but just don't know where to start, the Lifestyle Budgeting ebook will be the perfect place for you. Why? Because you're getting clear on what you have, and you're getting clear on what you want, and you're coming up with a strategic plan to get that. Sometimes we know what we want, but we don't know how to get there, and we procrastinate and we wait around, and nothing ever happens. I want you to change your financial situation. I want you to improve your financial situation. I want you to literally build a life of luxury and do the things that you love to do and have the money to do so. And when I say luxury, I don't necessarily want you to think about B&J toasting it up on a yacht. Yes, that's nice, and I love that as well. But if you look up the definition of luxury, it means abundance and great ease. Money causes a lot of people stress. Money causes a lot of people worry. Money causes a lot of people to miss out on the things that they want to do. Why? Because they either don't make enough money or they don't know how to manage properly what they have. And all of the stress, the embarrassment, the shame, all of the stuff that I felt 3 years ago, I would not wish that on nobody. And this is why I created the Responsible Home Girl. So I have plenty of free resources for you, but I also have resources for those who are ready to take it to the next level. Free is good, but free won't get you far. So that is the last thing that I want to leave with y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this video on how to create a lifestyle budget. Go create it right now. Don't wait 10 minutes later. Don't wait till tomorrow. If you click this video, you clicked it for a reason. If you clicked it just to support me, I appreciate you, but I'm pretty sure there's something else. There's another level that you can go to in your financial situation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I always say, share this with your homegirls, share this with your homeboys. We need more financial education within our community. And always remember, with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is nothing you can't do. See y'all soon. Bye.